走了。
Hello， 你们好 ，Welcome to Chinese Language Summer School Online Class. This is 叶老师. Firstly, I have a question. Do you know bubble tea? Do you like it? So today I will teach you how to order bubble tea in Chinese. Firstly, let's check the video.
欢迎光临，你要喝什么？
我要珍珠奶茶。
你要大杯的还是小杯的？
我要大杯的。
你要冰的还是热的？
我要冰的。
你要糖吗？
我要半糖，谢谢。
好的，24元，支付宝还是微信？
支付宝。
好的。好了，你的奶茶。
谢谢。I really need to learn Chinese.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for the bubble milk tea. Welcome to Chinese language class. This is beginner level. So today I will teach you how to order drinks in Chinese. So we will learn some related words in this part and some grammars. So I hope after this lesson you can order drinks in Chinese. Firstly, let's check. Do you know how to say to drink? We call it 喝. So maybe you will hear one sentence that is 你喝什么?你喝什么? So literally, you drink what? What to drink? Maybe you will hear another sentence, another question that is 你要喝什么?你要喝什么?要 means to want. So can you guess the meaning of this sentence? You want to drink what? So what do you want to drink? For example, maybe you want to drink water. Water. We call it 水. 水. So I can say 我要喝水. That is, I want to drink water. Milk. 牛奶. 牛奶. Tea. 茶. 茶. So can you guess? If I want to say milk tea, how to call it in Chinese? 牛奶茶? We will call it 奶茶. 奶茶. And if you want to refer to bubble milk tea, we call it 珍珠奶茶. Like this. 珍珠奶茶. 我要喝珍珠奶茶. I want to drink bubble milk tea. Another thing, coffee. Coffee in Chinese is very easy to say. That is just 咖啡. 咖啡. So if I want to say 我要喝咖啡, which means I want to drink coffee. So how to answer the question 你要喝什么? We will use the structure 我要喝 plus item to answer this question. But if you go to a real shop and you need to tell the seller, I want maybe 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups of milk tea. So we need to learn the measure word. The measure word, a cup of in Chinese, that is 杯. 杯. The structure is number, measure word, and noun. For example, if I want to say 1 cup of coffee, for number, that is 一. Measure word, 杯, and noun, 咖啡. So a cup of coffee, how to say that? 一杯咖啡 Okay, a cup of milk tea. Jiaotong. How to say that? Good. 一杯奶茶 Okay, a harder question. So, if I want 2 cups of tea, 2 cups of tea, how to say that? We should say 两杯茶. Pay attention. We will use 两 when you want to express 2 of something. We will use 两 instead of 二 before the measure word. So 两杯茶，两杯茶。I go to a cafe and I tell the seller I want 2 cups of coffee. How to say that? 我要2杯咖啡. Good. But the real thing is, if you go to a cafe, you will see there are different sizes of coffee. So how to call those different sizes? To call the small one, that is 小, 小, medium, 中, 中, large, 大, 大. So if it's a small cup, 小杯, 小杯, medium size cup, 中杯, 中杯, large cup, 大杯, 大杯. To complete my sentence, if I want to say I want a small cup of coffee, small cup of coffee, 小杯的咖啡. Can guess how to say medium size of coffee? Yes, 中杯的咖啡. Large size of coffee? 大杯的咖啡. So if you go to a real cafe, maybe you will hear one question from the seller. He will say, 你要大杯的咖啡还是小杯的咖啡? Can you guess the meaning? Let's try. So you want large cup of coffee? Small cup of coffee. What is 还是? Yes, 还是 in Chinese means all. We always use 还是 in a question. And it's an alternative question. So A or B. But let's imagine the real dialogue. I entering into a cafe and the seller asks me, 你要喝什么? My answer, 我要喝咖啡. 你要大杯的咖啡还是小杯的咖啡? Wow, very long sentence. So do we really will repeat coffee, coffee, coffee again and again? So actually in the context, we all know we are talking about cafe, so we will omit it. Just to say, 你要大杯的还是小杯的? And if I want a large cup, I will say, 我要大杯的. So here, 大杯的, it looks like an adjective phrase, but actually it's a noun phrase. 小杯的, small cup of coffee. So except talk about the size of drinks, another thing very important. That is, want an iced thing or a hot one? To call it iced, 冰, 冰, and hot, 热, 热. So if the seller asks you, do you want iced coffee or hot coffee? How to say that? 你要冰的咖啡还是热的咖啡? The same thing in a dialogue, in the context, we can omit 咖啡 just to say 你要冰的还是热的? If I want iced coffee, I will say 我要冰的。Okay, so the last very important question around the coffee things or your drink things, that is about sugar. Sugar in Chinese, we call it 糖, 糖. So the seller may ask you, do you want sugar? 你要糖吗？你要糖吗？ If your answer is yes, you just say 我要糖. But do you know, in China, when you buy coffee or milk tea, you can choose like how much sugar you want. If you want 100% sugar, you can say 我要全糖, 全糖. But if you only want to have sugar, 半糖, 半糖, 我要半糖. And maybe you don't like sugar very much, you just want 30% sugar. So 我要3分糖, 我要3分糖. But maybe you really hate sugar, you don't want it. No sugar. How to say that? We will use 不 to negate. 我不要糖, 我不要糖. Can you remember this one? Okay. In the end, the seller will ask you one more question. That is, how to pay the bill. You know, in China nowadays, we will always use our cell phone to pay the bills. So you can choose Alipay or WeChat Pay. Alipay in Chinese, we call it 支付宝, and WeChat Pay, that is 微信. So can you make the question? So Alipay or WeChat Pay? Yes, very easy. 支付宝还是微信? If you want to use Alipay to pay, you just say 支付宝. Then you will hear two sentences. One of these two sentences. So if you hear the seller said 我扫你, 我扫你, which means you need to show the seller your QR code. So if you hear 我扫你, prepare your QR code. But if you hear the sentence 扫一下, 扫一下, then just open your camera and find the QR code to scan it. Do you know how to pay the bill with Alipay and WeChat Pay now? Okay, very good. I believe you can do that. So, hi Josh, could you do me one more favor? I want a cup of latte. Can you buy me a cup of latte? Huh? How to say latte in Chinese? That is 拿铁, 拿铁. Can you buy me a cup of 拿铁, please? Thank you. Let's check the video.
你好，你要喝什么？
你好，我要喝拿铁。
你要大杯的还是小杯的？
我要大杯的。
你要冰的还是热的？
我要热的。
你要糖吗？
不要糖，谢谢。
好的，28元，支付宝还是微信？
微信。
好，我扫你。
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for my latte. All right, let me help you to make a conclusion of what we learned in this lesson. So first one, remember, we always use 要 to order things. And if you want to order drinks in a shop, you may hear 4 different questions from the seller. The first one, 你要喝什么? What do you want to drink? Number 2, 你要大杯的还是小杯的? You want large size or small size? 你要冰的还是热的? You want iced or hot one? And do you want sugar? 你要糖吗? Then maybe he or she will ask you how to pay it. So 支付宝还是微信? Choose one to answer. If you hear the sentence 我扫你 from the seller, just prepare your QR code like this way. And if you hear 扫一下, then open your camera and scan the QR code. So till now, I'm 100% sure you can order drinks in Chinese. So our lesson will end here, and I just want to say, follow us to learn Chinese, easy and happy. So, 谢谢，再见。
这是什么？
这是豆浆，
好喝吗？
非常好喝。
我要去买。